This video will talk about the document entitled Play References. I'll be speaking of some points about this. The first page of this document or handout provides you with some references, some books, some articles and DVDs that support play and those sorts of references for you. The next 3 pages entitled Tough Uses of Language give you some examples of conversations of students and teachers. They do some analysis and give you some language sample examples as well. The 5th page shows a diagram of a lifespan network framework that you could review. Page 6, and from this point forward, is what I really want to emphasize, and that is the concise symbolic play scale. I think this chart that shows right here is a really nice way of concisely looking at some developmental play and what happens between about 17 months all the way to 5 or 6 years, to kind of give you an idea of the different levels and what might occur at each of those levels and age ranges. So you might want to take a look at that and review that. It's just a really nice chart to help you out. The last thing is Table 1. And Table 1 is the developmental play scale. This is a very important document because this is the document that you will use to complete your assignment on the play scale. So this is the play scale that you need to watch and observe a child and then put them on this scale to see where they are. So Table 1 is the developmental play scale, which you need to use for your assignment. Phase 1 talks about the pre-symbolic information, and it talks about play and communication. You should mark where they're at on those things. Then there's a summary page of the symbolic play scale, and then you have Phase 2, which is a symbolic play, which gives you opportunities to mark and see where the child is. And that goes on for 2 to 3 pages. So Phase 1 is 1 page, Phase 2 is 3 pages. And so you'll need to mark where your child is when you're observing them, and that is the form that you will be using. So I kind of wanted to go over that to help you understand that that is the document you needed, that you need to complete Phase 1 or Phase 2. If your child doesn't get to Phase 2, that is fine. If your child is in Phase 2 and you don't observe everything in Phase 1, you can maybe assume that they've met those all those things if you don't actually see them observe that. So those are some things you can do. But I did want to go over just a little bit about the document play references. Within the play references is where the play scale document is, the chart that you will need to fill out and mark, and then also as part of your assignment provide specific examples as to how to support while you mark them where they were on the play scale. So that is the play scale you'll be using, and the information there. So the information before that is information that you may use. The important part is the scale at the end, and again, the concise scale. That kind of gives you a good overall view of play and cognition, communication, and development at each of those levels.